I struck my sword against stone to create a spark, and used my bow to launch the flame onto a woodpile I'd set up in advance. The explosion caught the attention of some fishermen in the distance. They rowed ashore to check it out and eventually brought me back to their boat. I'd been stranded on that deserted island for 5 long years, and today I finally made it back to civilization. The news of my return spread fast, mainly because I was the heir to a billion-dollar fortune. When I got home to the family mansion, all I had with me was a single suitcase. Seeing my loved ones again was overwhelming. 5 years ago, I was nothing but a spoiled, reckless party boy. My father and I had gone on a sailing trip together when disaster struck. We barely survived, but fresh water was running out fast. My father chose to end his own life so I'd have a chance to make it. Luckily, I eventually drifted to a deserted island. I stared at a photo of me and my dad and made up my mind to fulfill the promise he'd asked of me before he died. The next day, just as I was heading out, a group of kidnappers grabbed me. They wanted to get their hands on my father's inheritance, but I'd already worked my hands free, grabbed a chair, and fought back. I took them all down without breaking a sweat. I found my family's old abandoned factory and turned it into a secret base. I got to work crafting arrowheads, finishing them up in no time. Then I cracked open the case I'd brought back from the island and pulled out a bow. I tossed a few tennis balls into the air and started target practice. I opened the notebook my father had left me before he passed. It listed the names of the most corrupt and dangerous people in the city. His dying wish was for me to bring them to justice and protect this city. This was my first target, a ruthless bastard who'd been shaking people down and hoarding wealth by force. Anyone who stood up to him ended up dead. I geared up and headed out immediately. I cut the power to his car, took out his security with an arrow, and he scrambled to hide inside the vehicle. I dragged him right out and warned him, transfer $40 million into a designated account by 10 a.m. tomorrow, or you're a dead man.
If I see you again, you're dead!
But the next day, my account was still empty. The crime boss had beefed up his security and got the police to lock down the entire building. Just when he thought he was safe, I was already inside. The building went dark. They opened fire, but I ducked behind a pillar and dodged every single bullet. I took one of them out in the chaos while the boss made a run for it and called for police backup. But by the time the cops showed up, I was already gone ziplined right out of there.